Central Park, 843 acres of green in the heart of New York City. Every year, millions walk its paths, but most never know what lies beneath. Before the meadows and lakes, there was a village, a black village. Homes, schools, churches, a thriving community built by free African Americans in the 1800s. It was called Seneca Village, and the city destroyed it to build the park you see today. To understand Seneca Village, we need to look at New York in the early 1800s. Slavery was legal in the state until 1827. Even after abolition, Black New Yorkers faced violence, poverty, and laws that restricted their rights. One of the biggest barriers was voting. At the time, white men could vote freely, but Black men needed to own at least $250 worth of property to cast a ballot. That was a fortune. Land wasn't just wealth. It was power, dignity, and a voice in democracy. And so when 3 African Americans purchased farmland on the Upper West Side in 1825, it was revolutionary. Their names were Epiphany Davis, Andrew Williams, and the trustee of the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. From their purchase, Seneca Village began. Seneca Village grew quickly. By the 1850s, it had around 225 residents. Most were African American, carpenters, laborers, domestics. But there were also Irish and German immigrants who joined the community. It was a place of opportunity and safety. Families built modest wooden homes. Children attended the colored school number 3. Churches rang with hymns on Sundays. The community even had its own cemeteries, sacred ground for their dead. Compared to the overcrowded, disease-ridden neighborhoods of Lower Manhattan, Seneca Village offered space, stability, and hope. And for Black families, owning property here meant something rare: the right to vote in New York elections. By 1845, at least 16 African American men in Seneca Village were eligible voters. Their voices mattered. But Manhattan was changing fast. Wealthy elites wanted a grand park, a place to rival the gardens of Europe. They argued that New York needed green space for the public good. In 1853, state legislators approved the creation of Central Park. The land they chose? 775 acres stretching across Manhattan, including Seneca Village. The city invoked eminent domain, a legal power allowing the government to seize private property for public use, with compensation. But compensation rarely matched the true value of homes, or the cost of losing a community. Newspapers at the time painted Seneca Village as a shanty town, full of poor squatters. But this was a lie, a way to erase its respectability and justify its destruction. Families fought back. They filed lawsuits, petitioned, pleaded. But the city's decision was final. By 1857, Seneca Village was gone. Homes demolished, churches torn down, cemeteries emptied, families scattered across New York. Central Park rose in its place, celebrated as a triumph of urban planning. But for the people of Seneca Village, it was a forced exile. Their community, erased from maps and from memory. For over a century, Seneca Village disappeared from history. But in the 1990s, historians began to uncover its story. In 2011, archaeologists dug into the ground of Central Park, unearthing dishes, shoes, a child's doll, everyday objects that prove the village had truly existed. Today, a plaque in Central Park marks the site. It doesn't bring back what was lost, but it reminds us there was once a thriving Black community here. Seneca Village was more than a place. It was a dream of land, of freedom, dignity. But the dream was stolen, not by chance, but by choice, by a city that valued a park over people. The next time you walk through Central Park, remember, beneath the grass and trees once stood homes, churches, and families who fought for a future. Remember Seneca Village and the lives history tried to bury.